We can do it now. If everyone can bring up something that you were stewing about today. Yeah, what were you stewing about? What were you believing in as you were talking to yourself? And go back into it. Go back into that space. It shouldn't be too difficult. Remember, we're doing this every day, all day. But even as you do it, you can sense that it is difficult because you know you're doing it. You're observing the process. That space is different than when you're completely cognitive engaged. You may have to actually use your imagination just now. What's it like when I'm caught up in thought? Now, this awareness of the cognitive process. What's that awareness itself like? Is it itself a cognitive thought? Try not to answer this in any way intellectually. Directly look. Think again. Just imagine the class is over and you're just going to think about your work, or just think again. You think, oh, what's the point in even doing these questions? I'm not getting it. I don't understand what he said. Just notice this. These thoughts are arising in the one that is aware. They're nothing of themselves. Now, the awareness itself, what does that look like? Is it a thought? Now, the thoughts that you've just been thinking, where are they? Now, just notice the difference between even a split second of catching your awareness and being caught up in thought. Now tell me, Namka, is there a difference?
Feels like a qualitative difference.
It's the difference between samsara and nirvana. Samsara is believing in what we think. And nirvana is resting in the empty space in which all phenomena arise. And we notice that in that space, when we find it, there's a cessation of suffering. This is the noble truth that the Buddha talked about. Or another way it's translated is the realized reality. And we can just abide in nirvana, in cessation. As you get into practice, you can shut yourself off in your room and just abide in cessation. And there's just no problems. There's no suffering. Then, like the Bodhisattva path is to then engage back into the conceptual world, the arising of phenomena, and to see that that's all awareness, which can be, we see, that process, like say, these psychological states, they're not schools, they're not schools that we belong to. That ability to just stay in your room, sit in meditation, rest, not think, that's the Hinayana. The ability to go into the phenomena and engage with it and see through that it's all empty. That's the Mahayana. It's no obstacle to being with people. Yeah. The sense that people are an obstacle to your practice is Hinayana. Yeah. You're still self-liberated within your own sphere. And we're making this progression. And then the Vajrayana is really seen as all God. Then it's like becomes experiential. That's how easy it is to start. Just that feeling. If anyone's had it in practice so far, I don't have to follow thoughts. What's that like? Yeah. The path is all about feeling. You want to, when we're doing our meditation, we want to feel the difference. This is what will overcome our emotional state. When you understand that the feeling in meditation, the feeling that arises in your practice is more enjoyable than the ego feelings. Yeah. In Mahamudra and Dzogchen, this is great bliss. The state where you're at ease with all things that arise. In Vajrayana, we generate bliss. Anything that's generated will fall away. All produced phenomena are impermanent, as Buddha said. So it's that complete at-easeness. But we get it now. Let's give you the confidence. What's it like when you don't follow thoughts? Anyone? Does anyone dislike it? Anyone? When you're not following thoughts, does anyone here not feel that it's me? Does it feel like an alien land? Some mysterious place? It's like you don't know how to operate there at all. Or do you feel, I've got it? Anyone? No feedback?